everyone. We're going to talk about adjustment layers and how they can be used to remove and add an effect. So we are looking at a picture of Tony here in Photoshop, and you can see so far in my layers palette that I just have one layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and click on what looks to be an Oreo or a yin-yang symbol. And I can see all of these options for my adjustment layers. So I can choose any of these that I want to do what I'm about to do, but I think the easiest will be to see the effect with the black and white adjustment layer. So if I select that, you can see that now on top of my real layer, I have a black and white adjustment layer. And I can easily turn this off and on by clicking the eye. This is really useful if I don't want to make a permanent change to my layer, but I just want something that I can manipulate, that I can turn off if I need to. So adjustment layers are a great way to go. So not only do I have an adjustment layer, but I have a mask, this white square right here, that will allow me to manipulate the adjustment that's been made. So what I'm going to be able to do is to be able to remove or add back the adjustment that's just made. So the way that looks is if I grab my brush tool by hitting B on my keyboard, it's my actual brush tool, not my history brush, and I'll notice that right now I've got black in my foreground over here in my toolbox, and I've got white in my background, and I'll notice that my mask over here on my adjustment layer is white. So I know that if I have a white mask and I want to affect change to the adjustment layer, then what I'm going to do is have the opposite color in the foreground. So if I am painting on black, which is the opposite, then that will reveal what's underneath my adjustment layer, which is the original layer. So what I can do with black in the foreground and my brush tool is I can click and start painting on, I can paint on the black onto Tony's face. And you'll see what happens over here in my mask. I'm just going to hold down Alt and click on my mask. You can see this is what my mask actually looks like. So I can see the change that's being made. I can actually see in the mask that I'm painting black. Now if I decide that that's too much and I want to be really subtle with that, I can switch either by clicking the arrow key here and putting white on the foreground, or I can hit X and switch back and forth. So if white's in the foreground, then I can remove that change subtly like this. So black will actually paint on an area that will reveal what's underneath, and white will reverse that change. Alright, we're going to stop there for this video, and we'll see you guys in the next video.